Highly sensitive persons are neurodivergent, and there is a connection between being neurodivergent and being highly sensitive and one day leaving the church or leaving religion. Okay, so here are a few signs that you might be highly sensitive. Okay, feeling easily overwhelmed when you're busy, getting overstimulated by loud sounds, bright lights, or other strong sensory experiences, being affected by the moods of others, experiencing hypersensitivity to physical or emotional pain, noticing details in your environment that others don't, being extra aware of how your actions impact other people, and having a rich inner life. It's sad that those of us that are highly sensitive and we do notice things that other people don't notice. We do notice emotions that other people do not notice, or we can sense unhappiness. We can sense how other people are feeling maybe when singing certain hymns, or just the overall indoctrination and the brainwashing. We sensed it as kids. And what bothers me so much about the way that being neurodivergent is demonized is because it's actually a superpower. And yet, because we are calling out the things about our environment, especially in religion, that is not on the up and up, and we always noticed it, nobody heard us. So we grew up having to shove our intuition down, and we're incorrect, and we're far out there, and we're the wild ones, and we don't know what we're talking about, and we're crazy, and we're weird, and yada yada. No, we're noticing something that y'all aren't noticing. But this has had a tremendously horrid effect on the development of our intuition, because we learned we could not trust our own intuition. We learned we could not trust our own perception, even though we were correct the entire time. So that still put us in danger growing up. That still put us in danger when we met certain people and we felt uncomfortable around them, or we knew something wasn't right, but we ignored it because we're like, well, I've never been validated for any of my observations or any of my gut feelings. I've always told I was wrong, or don't lean on my own understanding and this and that. But how often has that hurt us? Because we were told that we were crazy, but really we were right. And so we let people into our lives that we shouldn't. We got involved in friend groups that we shouldn't have gotten involved in. We started dating people we shouldn't have dated, yada yada. I don't want to look back in anger at this because it's not anybody's fault, right? The concept of neurodivergence or highly sensitive persons is probably never going to be fully understood and accepted because we're not following the cult. We're out. We're outside of it. We're observing it. We know when something's not right. So immediately we're going to be demonized. They're never going to appreciate what we have to bring to the table because we're the weird ones, right? No, the system you're involved in is what's weird, and we see it. So in conclusion, I guess the greatest effect that this has had for me in leaving religion is learning how to trust my own intuition, or developing it once again. It's a muscle that I need to exercise and work out, and it's a muscle that was neglected for most of my life because I was always told that I didn't know what I was talking about, or I just wasn't there yet, or whatever. You can trust yourself. If you feel uncomfortable, you feel uncomfortable. If something makes you weirded out and gives you the heebie-jeebies, listen to that feeling. And don't let anybody ever make you feel like what you're observing or what you know or the puzzle pieces that you're putting together about something are incorrect, because they're not. They're not incorrect.